Hi guys, Ready Set RC back again today, and today we're going to do our final thoughts slash review of the Senton 4x4 Mega brushed edition. As you guys know, got this quite some time ago, and for the most part it's been a pretty good kit. It's held up pretty well to a lot of our abuse. We've put probably 8 to 10 packs in this, and I can say it's not bad. It's not bad for a brushed vehicle. It's not bad at all. We've driven it on multiple different surfaces. We had it on grass, on dirt, asphalt, and we even took it to an indoor track. Then that's where you see a little bit of that rash right here is from the indoor track. Definitely found out that not so much on the Senton, but more so on our driving, we are just not track people, guys. We are bashers all day and all day, every day. So I'll tell you what we have, what held up pretty well on this, what broke on this, you know, and everything in between. But for the most part, this is not a bad entry-level vehicle out there. We definitely found that comparing this to our other entry-level vehicle, because as you know, my son has the Ec Torment. Comparing the two, they're very close in the characteristics in regards to how they perform, in regards to some of the technology that went into this truck, just the availabilities and how things are all meshed up in here. Revolutionary in the Arrma Senton 4x4 Mega. I have not had a chance to break this thing down, but as I said, we did have some breakages, and from this point forward, we will be digging into this truck and doing some work. I can say, just to start off, in regards to the body held up pretty well. We did have some rubs out on the body in regards to, you know, where things met up on it. But for the most part, the body didn't crack or break. It just, you know, some of those areas, it just kind of rubs right out. And we had the same issue up here on the top. And I'll show you guys some close-ups of that. But other than that, the body did not crack. It didn't break. We had quite a few tumbles on this thing, and it just held up very well in regards to that. The only thing I would suggest is in those areas where it rubbed out, you know, maybe just reinforce it with some tape or something to kind of prevent the rubbing out from inside. But other than that, it held up very well. These revolutionary body clips are amazing. The only Arrma that I've had with these body clips was my Arrma Nero, and sad to say, guys, I've since moved on from the Arrma Nero since then. But these body clips are amazing. I love these body clips. In really going through having an RC and really running it the amount of times that I ran this, it was great having this and not losing my body clips everywhere. Definitely something that I would applaud Arrma for doing on their kits. So just moving past the body itself and the electronics. So I did not run this on the nickel metal hydride that was provided on this. I single-handedly just drove this truck only on 2S LiPo the entire time. I will say my lower C-BAT 2S LiPos wasn't enough for this. I ran this primarily on 40C and above, and it was perfect. I mean, the speed that you got out of this was excellent for the 40C batteries, 40C rated LiPo batteries I have. As I said, I ran it on my older 2S LiPo batteries, which those are like 25C. Didn't really get much out of this. What I found was that it was constantly cut. I don't know if it was my batteries that were bad, but I ran 2 different sets of 2S LiPos that had that 25C rating on there, and it just kept on cutting out. It was not fun. I switched it over to one of my 40C batteries, and it was perfect, no issues whatsoever. In regards to the controller, for the most part, I enjoyed this. The range was excellent. There's no antenna, as you know, and it was perfect. I mean, it felt good in the hand, the foam grip. I mean, this is what ready to run controllers should all, you know, kind of live up to. This is excellent. It is a 3-channel radio. And you know, I mean, I didn't need the third channel because I'm not putting lights or anything else in this vehicle. I'm just running it stock the way it is. But it's good to know that they threw that in there for you. And it's just, you know, a really good feeling, ready to run controller. It's perfect for somebody who's just getting into the hobby. Going over to the kit. As I said, I ran this vehicle on several different surfaces. Grass, the tires hooked up very well. Power was sufficient. Turning was great. In regards to dirt, once again, everything went well. I did not have any issues with dirt. In regards to asphalt, surprisingly enough, very little or no turnovers on this vehicle in regards to dirt. I mean, in regards to asphalt, and you know, that's pinning the controller. And you know, the areas where I thought there was concerns is gravelly areas where I took this out to. Kind of was fishing and sailing all over the place. Not too much in regards to turnovers, but just couldn't get too much traction with these tires on gravelly surfaces. And at the track, maybe too much traction at the indoor track in regards to this. And it was pretty much turf surfaces that were in there. You know, that indoor grass kind of surface that's inside. Maybe too much traction I was getting with these tires, and that's kind of what caused me to get my first breakage. So the first is just going into that too. So the first breakage that I ever had, or the only breakage I've ever had on this vehicle, was in regards to the servo. So I don't know, I caught a little bit too much traction, ended up slamming into the wall, and I've had several head-on crashes with this vehicle, and didn't really experience anything major that broke with it. But the servo on that one collision, I did not think it was that bad. Done. The servo was done. Basically reached out to Arrma over the holidays. Had some problems getting a hold of them, and I think that's mainly because it was the holiday season, not anything in regards to what the parent company is going through now, but mainly dealing with the rush of the holiday season. Took them a while to get back to me and fulfill that warranty in regards to the servo. So they are sending me out, as of right now, they are sending me out the new servo for this RC. I have not received it as of the filming of this video, but it is in the mail and it's coming to me. Another break that we did have on this vehicle was basically a head-on collision. I'm surprised that the vehicle was still able to drive afterwards. In regards to one of the A-arms, just cracked. It didn't do a full-on break straight through, but it cracked, and I was still able to drive the truck afterwards. I mean, I put probably another 2 or 3 packs in after that break. I did order arm. Since then, I haven't replaced that as of yet, but definitely ordered up that lower arm, and I think I'm gonna drive it as is until it breaks clean off. Esc temperature-wise was fairly good. No real issues in regards to the Esc. Motor too. No real issues in regards to motor and motor temps and anything cutting out. I will say the slipper clutch comes a little loose, but I think that's more so that they're trying to protect themselves in regards to that. You could definitely tighten that up based on your liking, but I did find that out of the box the slipper clutch was a little loose. Next steps that we plan on doing with this kit is moving it over to brushless, guys, and that's mainly because at this time of this video, my son has now gotten to the point where he's going to be taking his ECX Torment brushless, and the main reason for me even getting this kit was just to have a kit that was comparable to what he drives, so that we both could kind of have fun together. And since he's moving over to brushless, I'm going to be doing the same on this kit. So I had a brushless system already purchased up, and after this review, we'll be putting in the brushless system in this vehicle. Kind of wanted to do the final thoughts and the review of this vehicle stock as is. Didn't want to flip the overall experience of this truck from brush to brushless and back to brush, so that you guys get a true consistency of how this vehicle performs in its stock form. As I said, the drive lines were perfect. Didn't have anything with the plastic drive center drive shaft that's in here, nor these front and rear drive shafts that are on this vehicle. Didn't have any issues whatsoever. What does tend to happen, even with these guards, and I'll take off the body now. What tends to happen, even with these guards on, is that there does still, especially in the gravelly areas, I did get a considerable amount of dirt or debris constantly coming in here. And then from time to time, what you'll hear is like a slight change in how the vehicle sounds. Now, performance will still stay the same, but the sound changes a little bit on it. It may squeal a little bit on you. I just turned it over, shook out whatever rocks or debris that was in there, kept on going. On grass surfaces, I didn't have any issues with it whatsoever. I did not run this through water or mud or anything like that, so can't really speak on that so much, guys. But on dry surfaces, this thing performed very well. Shocks, no leaks whatsoever, performed excellent on all surfaces. Handling was perfect on this on all surfaces. The servo was great. As I said, the servo for this speed brushed was no issues whatsoever. We'll see as we take this over to brushless if this is going to be a concern going forward. But brushed, it was no problems. The only issue that I had with the servo, and I said this already, was when I collided into the wall. And you know, when that happened, the servo just went completely out. The cracked A-arm is a simple fix, but you know, as I even said it too, was able to still drive with the crack A-arm. It performed well, and it managed perfectly. So just, you know, my final thoughts on this at this point. So going into this, as I said, my thoughts were it was to have a vehicle that was comparable to what my son was driving, the ECX Torment, which is also another entry-level vehicle by Horizon Hobby. I thought this kit was perfect, and you know, it handled well. The power was very comparable to what that vehicle had in regards to the brushed motor, the ESC, the servo. Everything was very comparable to the ECX Torment. Durability wise, I don't think you can get pretty much better than what Arrma puts out there in regards to durability and for this vehicle. Was a champ. As I said, the breakages that I had are breakages that you would get with any RC. Head-on collision, you are going to break some kind of support arm at that point, and it was a head-on collision smack into another vehicle. I was surprised that the only thing that happened was it cracked the A-arm. It didn't break it straight through. In regards to the servo colliding into the wall, that can happen as well. To be quite honest, during that day of driving at the track, I actually broke 2 RCs. So, you know, needless to say, my track driving sucks, but definitely can't say that it was any fault of the RC that I was bringing in. It definitely was one of those things that, you know, you collide into a wall, something is going to break. Just you know, it was just so my luck that it was the servo that just went completely kaput afterwards. Tire wise, I'm going to see what else is out there. If that means that I got to change the hexes to get a little bit more options out there, I'm going to try to see what the possibilities are in regards to that. But I'm going to see what else is out there. I was happy with this for the most part, but I tend to ride on a lot of gravelly surfaces, and these just did not hook up whatsoever. As I said, they were perfect on grass, perfect on dirt, excellent on asphalt, and when it comes to gravelly surfaces, just not good at all. Not good whatsoever. In regards to the battery tray, as I said, I ran 2S LiPos. Just so that I'm very clear on this, the 2S LiPos that I ran on here, they were hard packs. No issues in how they fit. They fit perfect. Nothing, no problems whatsoever. Going through with the motor was excellent in regards to this. No issues with the brush motor that's in here. But I will definitely be moving over to brushless at this point. So just wrapping up here now, guys, the Arrma Senton 4x4 Mega brushed edition, great kit, great starter kit. I definitely do recommend this to anybody that is looking for a beginner vehicle. Definitely would say that this would be going up against and just keeping it to the bigger name brands that I know of, just in case, because a lot of people in the hobby are always looking at or comparing against the bigger name brands. So this would be competing against your Slash 4x4, your ECX Torment 4x4, and this is a great kit compared to all of them. I honestly would say, based on the revolutionary stuff that they've done to this vehicle and the way that this vehicle performs, I would take this over any of those vehicles any day. I do like this as a entry-level addition to the hobby as a short course truck. Now, as I said, this is not a vehicle that I would say, all right, I'm gonna go race on the tracks and I'm gonna, try to win some heats with this. Not gonna do it. Definitely not your vehicle for that. This is a basher. This is a vehicle you want to take out in the dirt, out in your backyard, to your local park, and just beat on it because it will handle it. This is a great beginner's brushed vehicle. So that's it, guys. Just another great RC out there by Arrma. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram for our latest post to our channel. This is Ready Set RC, signing out. Thanks again, guys.